Florida Governor Rick Scott has taken action. He has signed a controversial gun legislation which many people in Florida thought would never happen. The bill raises the minimum wage to buy a semi-automatic rifle to the age of 21. The National Rifle Association has filed a lawsuit against the state challenging the constitutionality of the new law. Meanwhile, there are mixed messages coming out of the White House on gun control as the president somewhat backtracks on raising the minimum wage to buy a gun to 21 years of age nationwide. Manila Chan joins us for more on this story. What are we getting out of the White House tonight, Manila? They were coming out with their policy today, and it looks like the president seems to be almost back to a smorgasbord mentality on this. That's
right. Good evening, Ed. It's certainly at least a fast-moving story. Just a month out from the horrific attack at Stoneman Douglas High School over the weekend, the Republican Florida governor took swift action to prevent another such incident from happening in his state. But many are criticizing his actions as unconstitutional, namely the NRA. Stating in a press release, the new law strips law-abiding adults aged 18 to 20 of their Second Amendment rights to self-protection and imposes unnecessary delays on all firearm purchases. Now, shortly following the massacre, President Trump seemed to agree with gun control advocates, pushing for stronger background checks, longer wait periods, and other similar measures to prevent certain individuals from obtaining firearms. The administration has even begun submitting legislation to ban bump stocks. But just days following the president's visit to Parkland, Florida, he met with the NRA and seemed to soften his tone.
Don't worry about the NRA. They're on our side. You guys, half of you are so afraid of the NRA. There's nothing to be afraid of. And you know what? If they're not with you, we have to fight them every once in a while. That's okay. They're doing what they think is right. I will tell you, they are doing what they think is right. But sometimes we're going to have to be very tough, and we're going to have to fight them. But we need strong background checks. For a long period of time, people resisted that.
Seemingly a different message than what he said immediately following the Parkland tragedy. Additionally, his embattled education secretary, Betsy DeVos, will now also be tasked with chairing a government commission exploring steps to prevent school violence. In a recent conference call to reporters, DeVos said, quote, "We are committed to working quickly because there's no time to waste. No student, no family, no teacher, and no school should have to live the horror of Parkland, Sandy Hook, or Columbine again." Now, DeVos said the commission would include teachers and other similar school officials. Ideas of perhaps students even being a part of it, not off the table. The secretary did not immediately commit to any concrete ideas or timetables for this new commission. She did say, however, that the approach will be evidence-based, proven measures to reduce violence. And Ed, today, the Trump administration officially took its first steps in arming teachers and placing essentially what is tantamount to armed guards in America's schools, stating in a press release that the administration will assist states in training specially qualified school personnel with federal funding. Certainly a surprise redistribution of some federal spending money here, Ed.
Okay, thanks, Manila. We haven't heard the last of this story, that's for sure. Thank you.